Is this right? Yeah, okay. We good on that front. Good on the mic front. Yeah, alright. That's fine. Let me put on the music. I have like gathered a playlist. I use Windows Media Player. I don't even know if that's a good idea, to be honest. This ain't it. This is the playlist. There you go. I forgot to use my headset on the PC. Ho ho. Ah, a scoffed scream. A scream? A scoffed stream as always, but a scoffed scream as well. You can't hear it, but I'm screaming on the inside. Ho ho. Funny. Yes, this is the perfect music with this background. Greetings everyone and welcome to this, I guess, an end of the year discussion video or whatever. Yeah, that's basically what this is. As you can see, I finally understand how to put live chat onto the stream. It was so easy. I probably should have just done this from the beginning, but whatever. The music too loud? I think it's a little bit too loud. I think I just want to be a little bit careful because like a lot of people are loud outside now, shooting off illegal fireworks. I say illegal because technically it's all supposed to be banned. Kind of wish I could have a different audio source for desktop audio though. It's too loud, I think. Oh, wait, what did I do? Okay.
I don't know what.
Interesting. The OBS had that kind of effect. But it ain't working. Oh, that's weird. It's the same audio track though. How come it doesn't pick it up here? Oh, I need something really loud. Yeah, that will work. Ah, I guess it doesn't feel like picking up audio. Okay, that's cool, thank you. Thanks. It's the same source, why does it not work? Yeah, I'll just make a desktop audio instead, makes it easier. But then I can't hear the song anymore.
What?
Oh god, what is going on?
Oh, I get it. This is the wrong thing. This is the wrong source.
Oh god, I'm so stupid. Get rid of this. That's input. I need output. There you go. Let's restart this. Alright. Well, I'm honestly just kind of waiting because you know, this is not a planned stream, so not everyone is able to just get in. It's just kind of how it is. I need to gather my thoughts a bit. I just started streaming. I didn't even like think before starting the stream. I wrote down some notes on what subjects I should be talking about in what order. But that's about it. Oh, hold on. They're writing something. Lens. You know, it's not just like New Year's Eve, it's also my birthday, so I got like a double party, except there's no one there because everyone is fucking celebrating old and new instead. We call it old and new anyway. Okay, anyway. It's gonna be a busy year It's gonna be a busy year today. We're gonna have a whole another year one day. Gonna go to the hyperbolic time chamber, you know? That's how it is. I guess I should just start from the beginning. Yeah. Right. I was busy working on this stream. As you can see, the background are these meteor showers. Fucking distracting as fuck. So I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna put it in. To make you guys annoyed as well. I have to suffer, so you have to suffer too. It's that simple. Anyway. Let's start talking about how this year went for me, right? Because honestly, it was a very dull year for me. Damn. I don't know if this is too soft now for stream. But this year was very, like, I didn't do a lot this year, I feel. On YouTube, some things changed for me, sure. Some things were a little bit different than the norm. But overall, there hasn't really been much of a success this year. Last year, I wrote a bunch of stuff, and some of the things I wrote actually got some traction. So I was happy about that. But this year, I practically did nothing. Like, not even in the writing sector, not at the place I go to, and not really on YouTube either. Well, YouTube I did quite a bit, but I didn't really get very far in terms of viewership, which is why I'm talking to 0 people right now. But you know, this stream exists to get my own feelings out as well. You know, it's as simple as that. Also to discuss, you know, the future schedule for this channel. But this year has been very. This year has been very uneventful for me. Of course, partially that's also because, yeah, there's just not much to do. Corona and the government deciding, hey, you know what, get butt fucked, I don't give a shit. Next day that we're gonna lock down the entire country anyway, haha. Which, you know, just adds to my birthday being kind of boring because there's nothing to really do. Even if there was something to do in like Belgium or something, that would mean we have to like drive all the way over there and then all the way back and then also celebrate New Year's Eve. That's just gonna be a pain. So that ain't happening at all. Honestly, this year, I feel like I haven't done nearly enough in this year. And it kind of hurts because this year, it kind of feels incomplete. Like every time I want to do something, just a bunch of shit piles up and then I get to nothing. I'm always too late with whatever I wanted to do. Even now, I wanted to release another chapter of the thing I was writing in January. Actually, I want to release one chapter last month, and then that chapter this month, but now it's, yeah. And now I don't even know if I'm gonna get to it. It doesn't help that, like, every time I plan something, just things go very not like how I was expecting things to go. Like, you know, for this, Christmas vacation or holiday vacation or whatever. Was also unexpected, because I was expecting it to be earlier, because usually it is earlier, you know, I was expecting it to be at the 20th. And that's when I usually, you know, like, I like to take the summer vacation and winter vacation, I'd like to take a break from YouTubing. So I can either focus on doing, like, some recording, or, you know, playing games and watching anime for myself to kind of relax. But I didn't even have time for that. Especially because, you know, on the holidays, so there's, like, 3 fucking, like, days to celebrate, no, 4 days to celebrate. There's, like, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day 1 and Christmas Day 2. And then there's my birthday. So, which is also all, like, New Year's Eve. So, yeah, it's great. It's fucking fantastic. It's too busy. I'm getting distracted by Discord. It's like the planning things for what we're gonna eat, like later in the evening. But I can't focus on that. I need to focus on something else now. Let's talk about, I guess, what we've done as a YouTube channel in the last year, because we did have some changes. I used to have 2 YouTube channels. I still have I have many YouTube channels when I think about it, but I'm only active on this one for now. I was active on another one. It was first called Team SIM. It was like based off of the name was based off of a thing we called ourselves at school, back in high school. It was long ago. It was like, we were like 12 when we made that fucking up. That was literally 10 years ago. Jesus Christ, I'm old. But I used to go on those 2 channels, and then one day I decided, yeah, I want to stream more often. And it's also, it was also because Ennis was like, I don't want to do any commentaries anymore. It's just too stressful, I guess. So I'm mostly just doing things on my own, because that's just how it goes. Then I decided to just stream more often. And the Sunday streams, originally I was just planning for them to be edited up and then go on the, what is now called the Maverick Gamers channel. But halfway through I just kind of started to realize that these get even less, sometimes get even less attention than this channel. And this channel is actually, you know, it's not a lot, but it is getting some subscribers over time compared to the Maverick Gamers channel, where no matter what I did, it didn't go anywhere. I don't really know what to do about it. I also didn't have time or energy to like edit every single video. I like, you know, when I edit videos, I kind of do want to add some extra stuff to it, but there's no like creativity or inspiration, especially when you're quickly tuning out like a video every day. So it just didn't work for me anymore. So I stopped doing that and just focused primarily on this channel, which would mean that, you know, I would have some time left to do certain things on this channel and work on other things, right? Haha! No, not really. I didn't go like that, unfortunately. Like, this year was very depressing for me. If it weren't like the lack of time, it was my lack of passion and just general feeling of depression, I guess. There wasn't really anything this year for me. I became a Vtuber. Yeah, it's this avatar you see right here. I made it on Vvoid. It was terrible. It's a terrible model. Look at this shit. Their hair doesn't even make any sense. I know. It was kind of, that's why I kind of made part of the lore. Was just like, yeah, I'm a broke samurai. A fallen broke samurai. I don't have any money. Kind of lost everything after after the Lord betrayed me and I tried to fight him and he, you know, he kind of clapped my ass cheeks. Yeah. So now I'm just traveling without money, and I can't even get like, you know, a good haircut. That was the lore I made up. And honestly, I'm thinking about changing something about that too. But I tried a lot of things this year, despite the fact that not a lot happened this year. I did try different things. I did try to do like some things I didn't do. Like trying to audition for something and you know, like completely regretting that whole decision entirely, because it's like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck did I just make? It was terrible. It's a good thing no one has to ever see it ever again, though. Yeah. Let's also just realize that there's literally no point to me trying to audition for anything ever. Especially if my YouTube channel is involved. Like, oh, do you have a YouTube channel? Oh yeah, sure I do. Can I see it? No. Have you seen my YouTube channel? Jesus Christ. I'm better off just pretending this channel doesn't exist, honestly. It definitely would make things easier for me. We're so, like, offensive and spicy, and, you know, I enjoy that kind of content myself, right? And I can't help but make that content for myself, to a certain extent. Also, if it would be, it would be Ennis, right? Like, Ennis, you know, he cannot shut up. You can never shut up. It's impossible. So, there you go. Impossible. It can't be done. But that's fine. Because, you know, it is fun to make offensive content. It's kind of funny. I think it's funny. You know, it's my kind of humor. What can I say? Cannot do anything about that one. I also like to talk about serious topics. That's also another thing. But overall, besides, I became a Vtuber. Now let me explain why I became a Vtuber. Because, you know, sometimes when people become a Vtuber, it's to join the hype train. And surely, you know, for me, I guess it's not that much different, but I knew what VTubing was for, like, and like, you know, since 2007, and it's 2019, right, when it was when Kizuna I became a thing. I was kind of there. Then I saw, like, it becoming kind of a trend, and I wasn't really, I guess I wasn't ready for it, I guess, to become a trend. I kind of felt like I was kind of following the trend from the beginning with Kizuna I, and then I kind of lost interest for a bit. Until I found some HoloLive videos, I guess. At first it was like the Fubuki like singing it's a Scatman. Which I thought was, yeah, cute. Then I got like hologravity fucking like suggestions in my YouTube box, and I called that the Mona Lisa of shitposts. It was beautiful. The only thing I have a problem with this playlist is that I didn't really prepare it for OBS. Some teams are loud as fuck. Oh god. Yeah, well, whatever then. I tried my best. At least it doesn't seem to be as loud for you guys though, so that's fine. But I kind of like to hear the sound of my own voice, otherwise I get confused. Did I say that? I don't know. What happens when I lose track? Now I forgot what I talked about. What was I talking about again? Alright, I become a VTuber. You know, I saw all the live videos. I thought they were fun. Then I saw the streamers themselves. I thought they were crazy. So I was having fun as well. Eventually I saw that male VTubers were a thing too. I, for myself, was like wondering what I should do. Because, you know, before I become a VTuber, I was thinking about like, oh well, maybe people don't want to watch like just gameplay, right? Visually speaking. Because every streamer, every popular streamer has like a webcam or something like that. And nowadays they have like a VTuber avatar, you know, whatever works for them. I was thinking of doing face cam at first, which was really a long-term like idea, because it's like, I really don't want to. With the shit I talk about, I don't want to be seen. Besides that, I just don't like the look of my own face, so it's like I don't really want to see my face on stream. You know what I mean? It's awkward for me. But then the idea of like, hey, VTuber, it makes sense, because, you know, I like anime a lot. So if you have like a VTuber avatar, you're almost saying you're like an anime fan, right? So it's a good way to convey what kind of channel this is. You know, to become a VTuber. But I was thinking about it, right? Because I didn't like, I don't know. I was thinking, should I just go with like a male avatar because, you know, I'm obviously a dude? Or should I just go with a female avatar just because, you know, why wouldn't you want to be a cute girl, huh? Like when you play a video game, you kind of play as a female character when you have the option. Don't fucking lie to me. So, you know, it's just kind of that idea of like, you know, you play a female character in MMO, why not just play in VR chat? Why not just have a VTuber model that's just a girl, even though it has like a dude voice? There are VTubers like that. They do it just fine. So I'm still thinking about that, because, you know, obviously this is not gonna be like the final model. The one model I have right now, I just made, I guess, on the quick. Normally it takes a while to make these models, right? I just made this in like fucking 5 hours. No, 5 hours, is that correct? I don't know. Like, I made another model before. I thought it was pretty bad. This one model was pretty bad. It's pretty bad too, but it's a little bit more in line with what I had in mind. But it's still not. It's shit. It's shitty. It is terrible. I don't know how Vroid works. I'm not the artistic, gifted individual. No, I am not. My little sister is, but she don't draw anime, and she wouldn't even draw for me anyway. She probably hates VTubers too, so whatever. She hates anime and VTubers anyway, so it's like there's nothing I can do with that one. So I was thinking, like, should I commission then someone to make a VTuber model for me? And it's kind of like, it's not just money, but I'm kind of, you know, I'm kind of socially not very good at approaching other people. So there you have problem number 2. With me not being able to approach people well, you know, I'll never be able to like commission someone because I don't really get it. I don't really get how to do that without coming off as an asshole, you know? Like, I could probably do it, but then I come off as a dumb asshole, so I don't want to do it. It's that kind of thing, that kind of anxious feeling. It's a kind of a bitch, but that's how it is. So I made this my own like model on the cheap, and this outfit I have actually, it was like a trial package or whatever of like a samurai outfit, and then I just kind of colored it. And because of how Vroid works, I can't just color it over the normal plain outfit, which is what you get to see here. What I really wanted to do with my Vtuber model, if I were to have a choice, is I definitely want to have more a samurai-like hairstyle that fits the character more. But I also wanted to my clothing. What I wanted to do was I actually wanted similar clothing to what I think Takatsuki from Gintama wore in like the actual war. It kind of wore like a more. It felt like he would wear a more modern set of clothing for some reason, if I remember correctly. And I found that interesting. I kind of want to combine that kind of like a broken armor piece, or broken armor pieces together with like a modern outfit with like a black jacket and everything. I thought it could be a cool idea for like a samurai outfit that's kind of, you know, samurai that's kind of broken and a foreigner and like modern and everything, you know? That would be a cool idea, but oh well. And why did I choose to become a samurai? It's simple. I wanted to be a fighting type character, and samurai are cool. There you go. Simple reasons. It's such a simple reason. It makes perfect sense. But at the end of the day, you know, VTuber or not, streamer or not, I didn't really get anywhere. And there's a lot of things I can see what I could definitely improve. You know, model is one thing. You know, streaming layouts, another thing. Of course, now we finally have live chat on the fucking stream. And I want to use it. Hold on, I'm gonna use it myself. So that someone is there. So that there's some memory somewhere. And I will write the most important message I have ever written. Let's see, it's gonna probably have a delay. Oh no, it doesn't work. Oh, it does work, but it's on. Why is it on top chat? I don't understand. Oh, on a minute, that doesn't make sense. Is it because of how it is it? Can I change that? Okay, well, I don't know. I have to figure that one out another time. But yeah, we got live chat here, finally. It's on stream. Now you will forever be remembered if you come to my stream and say something really stupid. No more removing messages for me. I'll have seen it, motherfucker. Everyone will see. The whole world will know your sins. But that's obviously not just the reason why people like didn't watch the videos, right? Like it's simple, or like didn't watch the streams, right? It's you know, to a certain extent, I don't know 100% the reason, because you know, if no one tells you what the reason is, you can't really know. You can only guess. Another thing why people probably won't click on the videos themselves, probably, is because the thumbnails are very lackluster. And it's become even more lackluster, because at first, you know, I did want to put in more effort and replace the thumbnails at the end of every stream, but I was not only tired, but I was at such a lack of time that it just didn't happen. And these are all things I kind of regret. I kind of really did want to put in more effort and want to add more content, but it just never happened. But this is not the end yet. There's still some things I can try out. But we'll get over to that later, because we're already going to talk about what we're going to do in the future anyway. So, you know, that's going to be included. Alright, should I just add this? Yeah, Venster capture and then at the schedule that I have planned. I haven't written. Oh, no, this is not the schedule anyway. This is just what I need to read so that I can keep on track. Oh. I wanted to stream yesterday actually, but I was actually too busy with thinking of what music to pick for this stream, and I actually wanna upload this as like a playlist for like calm video game music. Alright, now I can finish the capture. Dun, 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 dun. So for next year, these are our streaming plans. They're not in order. This is not in order. We're gonna start with Final Fantasy IV. I've probably said this already. Yeah, because I was recording it already. Final Fantasy IV is gonna be a bit different than I had expected at first, to be honest. Because I was expecting, I didn't know the after years. I didn't know it was like a full-blown sequel. I thought it was just some extra to 4, like DLC or something, or expansion pack. But no, it's longer than 4, way longer than 4. So I'm gonna have to think about that. Like, how should I cover that? But for 4, it's just gonna be 3 streams instead of 4 streams as I thought. And I'm gonna try to do the post game, which is just gameplay. Yeah, it's just simple shit. But I'm definitely thinking about that one. But yeah, we're gonna start with 4, as you can see. As for other games, I don't really know what we're gonna do next after 4, because we're definitely I'm gonna keep the first half of next year space themed for most streams. Monday and Wednesday streams are gonna be a bit different, obviously. Monday streams are still gonna be Ratchet & Clank, which I guess is already space-based. Definitely planning to play the Infamous games, Infamous 1 and 2. I wanted to 100% them to get the trophies and everything, but I'm not sure if that's possible because you need online content to do so. Unlike Second Son, where you don't need to do that. I don't need to platinum that game anyway. I already platinumed that game. Hold on a minute. I just realized it's on random. The playlist is on random. I forgot. It's on shuffle. Oops. Yeah. Anyway. For Monday streams, yeah, I wanted to play Infamous games because we're playing Second Son in the latter half of 2022. So we're gonna play Infamous games regardless. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like trophy hunting or if we're just gonna do hard mode. But we'll see about that one. For Monday streams, what I had planned though as well, I think it's gonna be after Ratchet & Clank trophy hunting. After Ratchet & Clank trophy hunting, I want to do it's kind of a blind playthrough of Fantasy Star Fantasy Star Universe. I played that game as a child for a little bit, and I really want to play it again. Because I never really got I didn't really get a certain part and didn't get any further into the game. I really want to actually play the game. It is space themed, so it all works out. But I also wanted to do Enchanted Arms, which I think is not space themed at all. So. Whatever. For other plans for Monday streams, I'm not really sure. I wanted to do Kingdom Hearts 3 Critical Mode 1, but I don't know. I also wanted Ennis to do Nier Automata, because he said he can do it, the very hard mode one. But I don't know if we'll fit that into the schedule either for Monday streams. It's all we'll see. For Wednesday streams, it's gonna be 14 as always, but we're also gonna add, mix things up a bit. Because we're also gonna use those days. We're probably gonna do one 14 stream and then the next day a different stream and then another 14 stream and just rinse and repeat. So alongside 14 we're also gonna do Halo 3 definitely. We have to finish it, I really wanna do Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga just because I can do it. It's a childhood game of mine, so I wanted to include that as well. We can do it multiplayer. Ratchet & Clank Deadlocked, or Gladiator as it's called here in Europe. That's also multiplayer, so I can actually play that together with him. It's probably gonna be fun for me. It's also a childhood game of mine. It's my first Ratchet & Clank game, kinda. I did play Ratchet & Clank 1 for a bit. I think I rented the game, or... No, I didn't rent the game. I think I played it elsewhere. But Gladiator is my first actual Ratchet & Clank game. I'm not really sure what else we can do on Wednesdays, but I'm definitely wanna add more, do more different things aside from 14 on Wednesdays. I wanna play some fighting games or some racing games. Maybe play Smash, who knows? Or some other extra streams on Wednesdays, but I definitely wanna do more things on Wednesdays. Now back to Sunday streams, you know, like I said, I'm gonna keep it space themed, so we're actually gonna play a bunch of Star Wars games. I was planning Star Wars The Force Unleashed 1 and 2, which is not gonna be a very long playthrough. It's gonna be 4 weeks in total, because I'm gonna do both of them back to back. Might as well. Before that, I'm thinking we're gonna start with Star Wars Episode 3, which I think, unfortunately, I'd have to do post-game. And I'm saying I have to do it post-game. Mainly because there are like movies, like cutscenes. Some of the cutscenes are just like the movies cut into the game. I don't think I can show that. I think it'd be very dangerous. So unfortunately, I have to play most of that game post-game. But the bonus episodes and like the co-op playthrough, like the co-op levels, though, yeah, that's gonna be live. Yeah, that's fine. But the main playthrough of the game, no, that unfortunately there's no choice. We have to do it post game. I have to edit out all of those cutscenes because you can't skip the cutscenes either. So we're fucked. As for the next to that game, I think after Star Wars Episode 3 we'll do Force Unleashed 1 and 2. I think. But we don't want to keep it too Star Wars-y, I guess. Or should we just do a marathon of it? Because, you know, I have Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 planned as well. Because, you know, Dragon Ball Z is space-themed if you think about it. You know, we go to space, we fight aliens, we go on a different planet, you know. It's space-themed, it works, right? Shut up. It works, shut up. Don't want to hear otherwise. So I was thinking Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 as well, during the first half of the year. I'm not sure if I want to have it at the end of the Star Wars Marathon or other space-themed games. Or if I just want it in between, so that people don't get tired of Star Wars content constantly. Something I have to think about. But after Star Wars after Star Wars The Force Unleashed, I definitely want to also play Star Wars The Jedi Fallen Order. I haven't played it yet, but it's like a Dark Souls game, and I'm just very interested in the game. I really want to play it. Probably not blind though. I'm just thinking about how I should handle it, because you know, a Dark Souls game can be long, or it can be short, depending how good you are at the game, to be honest. So, Fallen Order, it's like, I don't know if I want to do it post-games to call up on time, or if I just want to play the game, because, you know, it's more fun to see a Dark Souls type game being played live. And next to that, it's also more fun for me to just, you know, not have to edit everything. Because editing is kinda, it can be easy, but it can be difficult. It just depends on how well I do in the game. But if it goes well, then I might as well just play the game and not edit, you know? It's a difficult decision. What more did I have planned? So, I guess the in-between game between, like, the first half Space Team and the second half Edgy Team, we're playing Digimon Story Hacker's Memory. I really wanted to play this game, like, as soon as possible. I wanted to play this game last year, but Kingdom Hearts 2 and Dragon Quest XI took up all the time. Speaking of which, I just thought about it, but we still have to do the Dragon Quest XI third act, which we might do on Wednesdays as well, next to 14. Maybe in the latter half of the year, but I'm not sure, because I have to, you know, do that, record that and edit that too, and I need more, honestly I need more space. I need more, like, disk space, so I'm gonna have to buy some external hard drives. But that's later. But yeah, between the two teams for the 2.5 years, I have got Hacker's Memory planned, which is gonna be a very long one. It's probably, I'm gonna try to make it 7 sessions, but who knows. Because I haven't really done the post game yet, but I know the main game is a bit shorter. So we're good on that one. Yeah, it's not gonna be as long as like original Cyber Sleuth, where it really did take me like 78 parts. Meaning that would have been like 8 sessions definitely. So it could be 8 sessions still, but who knows. But next, after Hex Memory, comes the. I think I'm gonna skip this one because it's a bit too loud. This is nice. Where's my schedule? Here's my schedule. As for the next team, the team in the second half year, I want to keep it like edgy themed. You know, we're gonna play edgy games like Shadow the Hedgehog, Out the Edge. We're gonna play Devil May Cry 3. We're gonna play Doom Eternal. We're gonna play, I guess Infamous Second Son is kind of edgy, right? I don't know. But of course, Doom Eternal is one of the horror games we're gonna play in Halloween. But we're also doing Death End Request 2. It's not, I don't like it as much as the first game, but I definitely want to cover it, which is also why I thought about like streaming Death End Request 1 on Monday. I don't know, doing some kind of one on that game. Doing like hard mode one, I guess? I'm not sure. I've been thinking about that one. Same with Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. I was thinking of doing like hard mode for that as well, but I definitely won't be fitting that in my Monday stream schedule anyway. It's impossible. It's fine. Now that leaves us, like, I calculated all of this. It leaves us at like 13 weeks though. I'm not sure about Star Wars Episode 3. Because Star Wars Episode 3 is actually not as long as I thought it was. But that's only the main game. And all this depends if we want to do the post game as well. But that's kind of it. We're probably gonna play Mega Man 6. Probably have time for that. And if we look at the weeks, we might even have time to play Castlevania 4 as well. Because I really do want to play Castlevania 4. What the fuck is 4.ong? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Probably should just have this up. So I can see it for myself. What the fuck is 4.ong? I'm not gonna look at that. I've got other things to do. Oh yeah, there's another thing I guess I had to talk about. See, that's why I keep like fucking switching between topics, because I keep forgetting about details you should have talked about. Because there was another thing I did this year as a YouTuber. I was first a Twitch streamer, but I went over to YouTube because Twitch is a piece of shit. Like Twitch, I feel like with Twitch I could get banned at any moment in time. It would be kind of annoying. With YouTube, yeah, it's kind of that situation too at times, but it's not as bad as Twitch. And I feel Twitch in general is just kind of going down. But I find it unfortunate, because honestly, I had a much better experience streaming on Twitch. Because the YouTube chat, as you can see, it's just bots. Or random people coming in and making, like, stupid shit. Or insulting you for not speaking their language. It's like, what the fuck is going on? There's some people on YouTube chat that are cool. Usually Germans. Germans are cool. And fucking like, whether it's Twitch chat or YouTube chat. Like, Germans... Usually with Germans, I can actually have, like, a good conversation. Like, with it, like... I don't know why other people just come into the chat to just either insult me in a different language, or they ask me to play a different game. Things like that. It's very annoying. So my experience as a YouTube streamer really wasn't that fun. I feel like if you are a starting streamer, Twitch is more fun. Because Twitch, yeah, most people in the Twitch chat are somewhat more well-behaved than on the YouTube chat, I feel. That was the idea of, like, maybe going to Tvofo, but I'm just not sure about Tvofo. I feel like I need to also just learn a lot more if I want to go on Tvofo, which would be very difficult with my limited time. At first, I also just need to, like, upgrade my stream performance anyway. So, you know, I had the schedule all planned. It's good. No, we don't need it anymore. Oh. Oh, let me get rid of this. So that was my schedule. That's the streaming schedule for next year, but some things need to change. Honestly, at the end of the day, I don't really feel like putting in that much effort into my channel anyway, because I'm such a... I can't help but feel that the reason why I'm not getting anywhere is because of me. I'm just not very entertaining, I feel. I don't know. I just don't... Like... You know, I don't really get any criticism, really. I just kind of mostly get like... you know fun, we leave. That's like the most I get. So I don't really know what I can improve. You know, I don't know if it's whether or not it's my behavior. Or maybe it's my voice. My voice is so annoying to listen to that people leave. I don't know. But it does kind of mean to me that perhaps no matter what I do, I can't become popular because I myself am just not a very entertaining individual, I guess. So I don't really know what to do. So I don't want to make more content, but at the same time I don't feel like putting all my passion and feelings into it because it's just gonna get ignored anyway. It feels like there's not really any point. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm gonna create more content and I want to put in some more effort, but at the end of the day, I can't really put in the effort until I realize if like me improving my content will actually get me somewhere. And the same thing with the Vtuber model. I definitely want to work on it again though. I definitely want to work on some things. I want to get like maybe a different program, maybe different software, maybe. And I want to do something more with it. But at the end of the day, you know, it doesn't always matter if you have like a really good VTuber model or if you have like the best streaming quality. At the end of the day, like I see people that get popular, get some viewership no matter what. So, you know, at the end of the day, it is just me. The problem lies with me. I need to become better or something. Maybe I could also, you know, talk to more people outside of streams. You know, like maybe on Twitter or maybe super chat people or something. Not just to become popular, but just to get, you know, just to like get my voice heard or like listen to what other people have to say in response. Because that's what I kind of wanted on the internet. But I don't know. Talking to people on the internet never got me anywhere. Or rather, it kind of feels like some other people might look at me and go like, oh, the fucking alien, who the fuck is this guy? Ugh. Then I wouldn't know. But I want to make more content. I want to make different content. I don't want to just stream. I also want to make YouTube videos. And one video series I definitely have an idea of. Like, I want to set some goals that I'm probably not going to reach. But I want to set some goals. Just as an idea, right? Just as a placeholder. The next thing I want to do is make YouTube videos. And one of those YouTube videos, what kind of content I want to make is I want to take a franchise I either like or think is just a legendary franchise. And I want to put all of that into one video. All my feelings. Everything what I think about it. All of its games that I played. I want to put it in one video and make one passionate speech about it, basically. It's one giant passion project, but I really want to do it. And I don't want to just do it, and I want to do it for many different franchises. And I've been thinking about what I should call this, like, series of videos I'm gonna make. Because my initial idea was calling it Legendary Franchises. But that doesn't feel accurate to what I want to do with the videos. Because it's not just me sucking the dick of the franchise, you know what I mean? I do want to give my criticisms as well. It's not gonna be mostly a positive video, but at the same time, with some of the franchises I want to cover, you know, they kind of become mediocre or just not to my taste or sometimes just straight up bad. And then I want to call it, like, from Legendary to Ruined franchise, but that's not accurate either, because the first thing I wanted to talk about was Pokemon, the Pokemon franchise. Calling it the Legendary franchise makes sense, because, you know, it really reached that peak. But the recent games have been so, yeah, just unfinished, I guess is the best way to put it. But I can't really call it the Ruined franchise, because that kind of implies no one likes it, but that's not true either, so yeah, I don't really know what to call it instead. Because a Ruined franchise to me is more so a franchise that also doesn't get any monetary gain and is just failure after failure afterwards, you know? Like Sonic, you could kind of say maybe a Ruined franchise or a dead franchise. But even then, they might just return with a banger. Because they often do that with Sonic games as well, where it kind of becomes shitty for a while and then they return with a banger. Maybe Sonic Frontier will be the banger, who knows? So I'm not really sure what to call this series. Should I just stick with Legendary franchises and then take a risk and go with like the criticism at the end every despite what the video is called? So I really want to make a Final Fantasy one, but I'm thinking about it. I haven't even played all of the games yet, all of the main games anyway. And I really feel like I should for this video. For this video I need to like have played many Final Fantasy games so I can properly talk about the franchise and put all my heart into it. And I can't do that now. So I was thinking what I should do for the first franchise. Like I was thinking maybe Mario, because it's like, you know, yeah, it's a typical franchise, video game franchise. Should I start with that one? But I want to do it one day, but I'm not as passionate for it. And I really want to show my passion first with this series. And to really get a good feeling, and other idea was like Neptunia, but Neptunia is not a very legendary franchise. I want to call that like that's kind of video franchises I like. Those are like franchises I enjoy, but aren't necessarily legendary franchises. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking about that as well. I'm gonna definitely do it at some point, but it's just later. So what's the first thing I'm gonna do? It's Pokemon. It makes the most sense to me. You know, it's kind of my childhood, right? It's a legendary franchise. It has like highest peaks. It changed. It kind of, you know, it's kind of a phenomenon as well. Has changed many people's lives. A lot of good games. And to get a good feeling of what this series is gonna be like, it's gonna have heavy criticism at the end. But I think it's a perfect way to start. But I really need to just start doing it. The problem is that it's gonna take a while, and I'm always gonna be thinking that it's gonna take too long. I'll never be able to finish it in like a proper time. But I need to stop thinking like that. I need to just take my time. I need to be fine with just taking my time and getting to it at some point, and just finishing something that can truly be considered great. What happened to the music? Why is the rest of the Final Fantasy music cut out? Alright then. Because I'll have to fix that later. I really want to make some more passion projects for YouTube. I also maybe want to make some criticism videos for like certain anime, because I promised to do that at some point. But that's another big project. I want to focus on one big project for now. I want to focus on that big project for YouTube. Now, of course, I also have a big project for myself, like a video project for the place I go to. Because you know, we can talk about like Japanese subject and Japanese class, and I want to talk about and video games were an option. So I want to talk about that, and it's gonna be like at least an hour-long video I'm gonna make. Cause holy shit, I've got a lot to talk about. Because you know, those people that are there are not necessarily gamers. They don't really know much about video games, especially the teacher, right? So I want to make it as clear as possible what it is about and what it is like. I want to put all my passion into that as well. I feel that with videos I may be able to talk more passionately while also being coherent. Which is why I want to do it. As for like other content, I can only really just go think about like trying to up my streaming quality, maybe like add live chat. I don't know. If I ever have the courage, maybe I'll commission someone to like get like proper GUI. Is that right? UI? No, it's user interface. No, I think GUI is right. I don't know. Anyway, I want better designs for my stream layouts. But other than that, I really like. I'm probably not gonna make like a VTuber model yet, like a professional. I'm not gonna commission one to make a professional VTuber model yet, because I just don't see the point. Like, if it's me, that's the problem, that we're not getting popular. I'm doing this as a hobby, clearly. So there's no point. No point in like upgrading my VTuber model yet. I need to like make sure I can actually get somewhere first. Like, if I had a few fans, I'd be like, okay, let's take the risk. But now I don't feel like it. Happy New Year's to everyone here. Happy New Year's, Private T. Hope you have a nice celebration planned for the year change. I have some things planned. It's also my birthday, so that's kind of why. So I think that's basically it for my YouTube goals for now, though. Next thing I'm gonna talk about, I guess, my future goals for just in general and what I have done this year. Because you know, aside from YouTubing, I also write. You know, I write stories. They're not always fan fiction, though recently they've always been fan fiction, because I really want to bring out one of the, I really want to publish one of the original stories I have as like an actual selling book thing. But I have to really figure out how to do it, and I have to like talk to other people. The thing I'm mostly looking for is some way to get like art for the book cover, is what I want. But I have to. But until then, I was thinking of writing fan fiction instead for the shits and giggles. And last year I got somewhere. Oh, happy birthday, mate. Thank you, Private. Last year I got somewhere, I feel like. I wrote like, it was a hyperdimension Neptunia fanfiction called Third Sister. You can find it on like Wattpad, Wattpad? Yeah, it's called Wattpad, and Quotev, and of course fanfiction.net. It actually got somewhere. I actually got some people that really enjoyed it as well. And some people used the review like section as like a comment section, which I found kind of funny. But that worked for me anyway. And I really wanted to write more of that this year. But I just didn't have the passion in me this year. I didn't have any feelings for it right now, for anything really. I also wrote, this year, I couldn't really get to write a lot of things. I wrote like 3 chapters of Digimon, of the Digimon fanfiction I'm working on. Which I'm now gonna do like in between chapters. Like I'm gonna write 1 chapter for the Digimon fanfiction I'm working on, and another chapter for the sequel to Third Sister Light, called Third Sister Darkness. You'll understand why it's called Darkness soon. But I only got 1 chapter done for that. I think last year. I don't know if I wrote that last year or this year. But I really want to bring the first volume out next year. I really want to work on that more now. I want to work more on my writing anyway. I've been trying a lot of different things this year, and I'm starting to realize that I should also just kind of stick with what I know best anyway, until I actually figure out the best way to focus on other things, because I can't even focus on other things. If I try to focus on studying, my mind just goes back to writing and making videos, so I'm just gonna focus on writing and making videos until I actually learn a way to focus on other things. But I did get into PC building though. I only built like 1 PC with my best friend, and I was building my mom's PC, but didn't get to finish it yet. We ran into some issues, but we might just be able to fix it by just changing the RAM and adding in the video cards. Because perhaps the HDMI cable doesn't get picked up by the motherboard because it's turned off or some shit like that. Apparently that's a thing. So I have to think about that one. But it is something I like to get more into. It's just that, you know, you can't just build a random PC out of nowhere. But I really hope I can, like, at one point build PCs for other people. That would be a nice way. It would be like a nice side job for me, you know, like an actual side job I could have. It's something I really want to do as well. And it's something I can focus on, because I actually have a passion for it as well. So it's not something where it's like, oh, I built a PC and I immediately think of, like, writing and video making like I do studies. No. It's easier for me. It's something I can focus on. When it comes to studying, I really have to think about it. I only really want to study if I know I can actually focus on it. Because I was trying to learn programming, and it's not like I didn't get it. But whenever I got into like trying to learn how to program, my mind just like goes to writing. So yeah, pointless. I really want to like, if I want to study anything else, it's architecture. I really want to become an architect, or rather, I want to learn architecture. I'm always fascinated by architecture. And I really want to learn to be able to like design buildings myself, especially if I want to. It's also for my writing, really. Like if I know architecture, I might be able to include that in my writing too. And it might work for my other project I have as well. But right now I have to focus on specific goals, and my specific goal for next year, aside from the YouTube goals I have, is I want to focus more on writing. And I really want to work out. I want to like become more fit again. It's not just because I feel kind of fat. I'm honestly kind of out to like, I'm kind of close to the line of overweight, but I guess not yet. But I don't want to get to that line. I definitely need to work out more. I want to become more fit, but I also want to feel stronger because I feel kind of weak in comparison to the past. So that's something I really want to focus on. But it's very difficult to get into the mood to do that, especially when I'm constantly tired. But I'll figure it out. Those are indeed my ideas for now. Were those all my goals? I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to think about that one. But those are my most important goals. I want to focus on a few goals at first. All the other goals I make, you know, I can do later. Yeah, it's like if I manage to do the first goals first, then that's great. What else can I do? No, I think that's about it for future goals now. I think that the next thing on the list is like all my regrets and feelings about everything, but I kind of talked about it already. I do feel like this year I did nothing at all. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna be hyped enough to do anything next year either. I feel very anxious for me. Like, the future for me feels kind of bleak. I feel like no matter what I do, I kind of stay mediocre, and I don't really have the passion to work hard to actually get to a better point to improve myself. And at the end of the day, no matter how, if I did become skilled, I feel I don't really have the social skills to get anywhere. I realize that at the end of the day, I need to talk to people, or I need to get in contact with certain people. I need to, if I want people to know me, I have to actually be actively talk to others as well. But that's difficult for me. I don't know how to do that. Oh man, I'm so done with these fireworks. Jesus Christ, it's not even the end of the year yet. Please wait. Like, I guess I can't wait because the police will probably be around everywhere during New Year's Eve. What a pain. But I constantly doubt my capabilities, whether it's my writing or my YouTube videos, and I just don't really know what I'm good at anymore. I don't even know if I'm funny or not, or if maybe I'm stupid. I'm definitely dumb. Yeah, I'm definitely dumb, but that's fine. But I don't really know what I can improve either when it comes to YouTube videos, because I don't really know what it is that people didn't like about me. Maybe I'm just very loud and obnoxious. I don't know. But I have to figure it out. But I don't think I can. I think at the end of the day, I kind of just lack the passion and the motivation to get anywhere. Because I feel like at the end of the day, no matter what I do, it just doesn't get anywhere. And it kind of hurts. I don't really, it kind of gets me to a point where I just don't really know what to do. Or I can't really focus on one specific thing for the future, because at the end of the day, I don't know what will get me anywhere. I really do want to get more money as well. I know it's a very simple wish, but there are many reasons why I want to get money. You know, I'm the kind of person that would get happier with if I had at least a little bit more money. But I definitely want to give my mom more money as well. She deserves more, goddammit. She's like, her life kind of sucks, to be honest. And she's pretty poor as well. So I really want to see if I can find a way to make a lot of money, so I can at least grant her a happier life. I really want to do that, but I don't think I can do that. Making my future, like I kind of feel cursed at the moment. So all these future goals I want to try to make, but with all these like negative thoughts in my head, I'm not sure if I can get the motivation or the passion to do all of that. All I can say is that I will try. Yeah. Not sure what else I can do though. But do I have any other regrets this year? I mostly just regret not working on the things I wanted to work on, and sometimes just doing nothing for an entire day. Because I'm either just depressed or my mind just isn't there. But honestly, like, I'm kinda miffed. Because I used to be able to I used to be better at timing things. You know, when I feel like just a year ago, really, I can get anything on time. I can like do any like I have like a perfect structural like schedule for a week. You know, nothing takes longer than almost nothing takes longer than I wanted it to take. It was fine, but now that's more difficult for some reason. And sometimes I get it, because sometimes it's totally my fault, right? Like I totally do some things I shouldn't be doing. But there are times where I do something and I look at the time and I'm like, how the frick? Like if it were a year ago, it wouldn't be nearly that late. It kind of makes me wonder what I was doing that caused it to be so late. I guess partially I can blame Twitter. Don't go on Twitter. Twitter bad. Twitter just bad. Don't go on Twitter. But I'm gonna go on Twitter anyway, because I'm stuck. I'll never escape the fucking claws of that fucking bird. Don't go on Twitter. Terrible idea. So, what else can I talk about? You know what? Maybe then I can make that a goal. How about I sleep more? Like, get my timing better and then sleep more often. Sleep more hours. Sleep actual proper 8 hours. That's a good idea. That's a nice idea. guess we should talk about the next subject, because now we talked about the serious subjects. We can talk about the more like normal subjects. Like, well, what about what things happened this year? Now, what kind of things that interest me happened this year? Well, let's talk about video games. Video game. Oh, stop doing that. Video games. What games came out this year? 2021 in video games. I don't know. I just found a list of video games. Ah man, I love this music. Oh. Let's see, what games did I play this year? I played Atelier Reise 2, definitely. That was a fun game. The ending portion of the game was definitely a bit rushed, I can tell. But most of the game was pretty well made. There's a lot of things I like about the game. It is too easy though. If you play Atelier Reise 2, I highly recommend playing it on hard mode or harder. Because the game is too easy on normal. Like, it's so easy that I can't even pull off my ultimate attacks because everything dies before I can even do that. But besides that, it's a really fun game. Like, the new areas look really good. The music is really good. It's you know, crafting is always just fun. It's always fun. There's a lot more exploration to do in the game. It's just a really good game. I highly recommend Atelier Reise 2. Even though the story doesn't feel as good as the first game. Like, the lore, I think the lore stuff is interesting. That's fine, it's just the ending kind of leaves me with... There's not really much of a difference. There's not really much, like, it's probably a build-up to the final third game, but it's still... I think I should have just kept V. That at least made it feel like there was some kind of reward for playing the second game, in story-wise anyway. But the second game was really fun. But that's kind of the last game for a while that I actually played, where I have kind of a rule where I play a game like at least 3 to 4 hours per day to kind of keep up with my gaming backlog. And so I can actually have some fun and not just constantly work on YouTube videos. But that's, like, I stopped doing that after a while, after like Atelier Reise 2, and it was kind of a mistake. I should have just kept doing that kind of stuff. Ah, I guess the Yakuza Remastered Collection came out. That's interesting. ReZero game came out. Was that in Japan? PS4 Atelier Reise came out in January though. It's not on the list though. I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken. What came out during February? I think there's not really a lot of like new game releases that came out that I really was interested in or really wanted to play. It's either I didn't have the money or didn't have the time, so whatever. Alright, Neptunia Virtual Stars came out. That was a thing. Oh, that was a thing, alright. I never got to play it, because I think still the Steam version kind of sucks, and it's the only version I'm really willing to play. So, that's just unfortunate. But I'm excited for the next game, because the next game seems like they're actually gonna put their all into it, hopefully. Though I'm kind of worried that its release date being so early. I want them to take their time. A lot of games came out in February. The PC release of Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. That was fun, I guess. It's on Epic Game Store though, so whatever. I don't care. That's kind of how it is though. Like, a lot of new games came out that I'm interested in. Oh, it's on the Epic Game Store. Never mind then. Yeah, that sucks. It really does. I hate it, especially if it's a franchise that's already mostly on Steam, but then this one game is randomly on Epic Game Store for no reason. Kinda dumb, not gonna lie. Oh, there's a new Pokemon Snap, whatever. Fuck. Alright, the new Pokemon Snap game was something I'm interested in. It actually looked kinda good and kinda fun to play. Of course, I still don't think I want to pay full price for it though, and I don't really have the time, so it's kind of like, it's something I might get in the future. But it is cool to see. Near Replicant, that game came out. Yeah, I definitely played that game. I played the game alright. I didn't beat it though. Oh man. Let's say the people called Nier the original. Flawed but fun. I repeated that twice. I'm tired, as you can tell. I stayed up until like 7 o'clock. Oops. But Nier Replicant, it is a fun game. But I did all the side quests, and when you do that, it's such a draining thing. It kind of turned me off of the rest of the game. I don't know, I spent like a good 28 hours or something, and it's like, man, I really don't like doing these side quests. They're repetitive as fuck. It's like, oh, please, go back to this fucking factory and kill robots again for like 2 hours. That's fun. The main game is fine. But at the end of the day, I know it's gonna end sadly anyway. So I kind of don't feel like putting in all the effort. I feel like all the effort I put into was kind of wasted anyway. So it's like, whatever, I don't really care anymore. And then another game came out that I was more interested in, so I played that game instead. And I didn't really go back to Nier Replicant anytime. Didn't really feel like it, I guess. What other games came out? I had like Judgment, which I'm interested in the Yakuza series, but I need to get into it. And Judgment is kind of like a Yakuza game, from what I understand. Of course, Resident Evil Village came out, but I didn't really have any interest in Resident Evil games. I mean, I find it fun to watch people play Resident Evil games, but I'm not really interested. I guess. What more? It was like the Shin Megami Tensei 3 HD remaster. Don't really know. Was that remaster any good? I haven't heard anything of it. I've heard the 5th game was pretty good. Can I talk about how the spin-off series has like 5 games before the original game has? Kind of funny when you think about it. I guess Final Fantasy XIV came out on PlayStation 5. That's pretty neat. Let's see, what was more? Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection? I haven't heard anything about it. Yeah, I guess Final Fantasy Star Online came out on Xbox Series X and PC. Oh, like, okay. That was sad. It was something I was kinda interested in. Because the game does seem fun, but I can't stand the censorship and like, no, I need to have my lolly character in the game. I will not play a game that denies me lollies. Fuck you. I do as I please. So I'm just gonna keep playing Final Fantasy XIV because I'm having fun with that game anyway. And then I wanted to like get rid of like a bunch of players, like they removed half of the fucking player base. Genius. Outstanding move. For some of the most basic shit too. So yeah. That game, the global version kinda shot itself in the ass, but whatever. What more? Not really any releases I'm personally interested in though. Doom Eternal came out in next-gen consoles. Cool, whatever, I played the game already. Yeah, there aren't a lot of games I really played. Oh wait, when did Scarlet Nexus come out though? Because I did play that game. Was that June? I guess not. When did it come out? Was it July? I thought... no, yeah, maybe... Yeah, it was... I think it was July. I can use the search function. Yeah. Came out on PlayStation 5, can't believe it. Yeah, that game indeed came out as well. And I did enjoy the game a lot. It's a very interesting game. The story was very captivating as well. And the main villain I do kinda like, because he kinda got his way in the end if you think about it. But it's a pretty sad ending when you think about it though. But it is a very interesting. I only played Castane's story though. I recommend playing Castane's story because she's a bit more interesting as a character. Like the male main character is kind of just typical MC, you know, which is fine. It's just whatever. I think the story makes a bit more like the story just makes a bit more sense from Castane's perspective anyway. I feel. I could imagine if you play as Yukito's like story, some things wouldn't make sense probably, which might be the point. But I don't know if that would have worked as well. Also, I got the 1.15 team. Wrong version anyway. I just wanted to keep the quiet team. But whatever. I'll have to think about that later. Alright, there's another YouTube content I want to do. I want to make like musical playlists because fuck it. I see everyone making their own like musical playlist of video games. I want to do my own taste, you know? This music's not very loud, so I'm just gonna let it keep playing while I get in my thoughts. Oh man. Gameplay-wise, Scarlet Nexus is kind of fun. And it does feel like it could have been a bit more polished, specifically the dodging. I feel like you should be able to dodge more easily out of your combo. But animation lock is definitely a thing in that game. And that exists in a lot of action games, and I kind of don't like it. I like it more when it's like Nier Automata. Happy New Year's, mate. Happy New Year's to you too. Where was I? Yeah, Scarlet Nexus is a fine game. Some people would say it gets kind of repetitive. It's like, yeah, most of those like action games kind of get a little bit repetitive over time, especially when they're pretty long. But Scarlet Nexus, I only really got tired of it with the final dungeon, because that final dungeon went on for fucking ever. That's when I kind of got like, okay, I kind of killed every single type of enemy already. Please just get me to the final boss. But I had a fun time with that game, and I would definitely play it again on like the stream for like maybe streaming purposes at some point. I think the next game that came out that I played was the next game that I played that came out was yeah, it was Tales of Arise. Before that I was playing Hitman 2 for myself. Hitman 2 immediately became a hit, man. It has become one of my favorite games of all time. I enjoyed it so much. I spent like over 100 hours on it really quickly. That's how much I enjoyed the game. But of course. Wait, hold on. I'm curious on what you're doing. My Wi-Fi is shit right now because of fireworks. Naruhodo. Well, you can always watch the what's it called? The VOD. Just in case your Wi-Fi just doesn't hold up. I'm sorry to hear that though. It's kind of annoying. I've been constantly thinking about it if like my streams in general don't buffer a lot for other people though. If I maybe should just lower the bitrate at some point. Honestly, this whole background was a terrible idea. I think it's terrible for the bitrate and for the whatever internet people have. I'm so sorry. I should have gone with a better background, more less moving, less animated background, I guess you could say. What the fuck is a vert.fye? I don't get it. Why are there Russian bots in here? Hitman 2 was a fun game. Besides that, yeah, I played Tales of Arise. That was the next game that came out. Yeah, fucking bot. I know, right? Fucking bot. Asshole. Please leave the stream. Puh. I don't need bots here. I only need cool people, like Private T. It's T, but in private. So anyway, yeah. Tales of Arise was a good game. It also had some issues, also kind of with like dodging mechanics, because it's a game that really wants you to dodge perfectly and everything, but it's kind of awkward to do it perfectly, especially when you're in the middle of a combo and you kind of are stuck in a combo sometimes. So it still is a pretty good game. It has a very great story, a very nice art style as well. The music is good. Got a lot of good things to say about Tales of Arise, and I definitely want to play it again as well on the stream. It's like I got like so many other Tales of games that I could play on the stream, so I have to kind of pick and choose what I want to do. when I want to do it, because it is a pretty lengthy game, especially when I want to do post-game stuff. But Tales of Arise was a good game. I was actually kind of anxious at first, though. It's actually my first Tales of game as well. I was kind of anxious at first, because they were like, oh yeah, Tales of Arise, it's, you know, Tales, like, Life is Strange was a big inspiration for the story. What? So I was anxious that it was gonna be cringe. Well, wait, I'm gonna go shit right because the video is buffering. Yeah, I get it. Don't worry. Happy New Year's, and hopefully you'll see the VOD if you want to. But, yeah, Tales of Arise still. Like, I don't know why the person said, yeah, like, some of the things are inspired by Life is Cringe, because it doesn't feel like it at all. It just feels like anime, you know? It's just like what anime is kind of like. The only time I kind of got tired of the skits and some of the character moments is near the end of the game, where I kind of kept repeating the same thing over and over again. I kind of think they should have just kept it, you know, simple. I can't help but feel that the characters are also a little bit too naive with their goals. But that's just me. It is overall, though, a good story with a good ending. Only, unfortunately, it kind of does the cardinal sins I have that I have a problem with those RPGs, where it's like, oh, post-game, yeah, you're just gonna be teleported before, like, you know, the final boss, and the world is gonna be in a terrible state while you do your post-game activity. I just want to see the new world I created. I want to travel in that new world I created in the game. I want to see all the characters again, happily living their lives, you know? I just want to explore this new thing I succeeded in, like, creating. And you're not letting me do that. Fucking fireworks, man. It's so annoying. Please wait. But, I really think they should have just let you, like a post-game world that you can explore. It would have been so much better. But oh well. What can I do? I think that's probably one of the last games I played this year that came out. What else was there? Any games I was interested in? No More Heroes 3 is definitely a game I was interested in. I have to play the first two games as well, but I have to kind of think about how I'm gonna go about it. But I definitely want to play the third game too. Definitely want to see that game next. Play that game. Stadia. Who cares about Stadia stuff? Let's see. Oh yeah, Sonic Colors Ultimate was also a game I was thinking of getting until I saw all the glitches. And I've heard it's somewhat better now, but the version I want to get is the Steam version. It's on Epic. I just want an Epic. I just want an actual. Yeah. It really sucks because most of the Sonic games are on Steam, but then the Sonic Colors Ultimate is on Steam, it's on Epic, whatever. Then I'll think about it. Maybe I'll get it secondhand on PS4 or something like that. It's on PS4 or it's on PS5. I don't know. And I'll probably get it one day. Just, you know, not now. Unfortunately. Maybe I'll pirate it. Who knows? Maybe I'll just pirate the PC version because I don't give a fuck. Clearly Sega didn't either. It's unfortunate though. What else came out this year? Nothing immediately comes to mind. New World's funny. There wasn't really anything that came out that I'm immediately interested in after, besides that month. On October, I think there was something on October, right? That was Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread, man! That was a good game. It really was a good game. It was like a 10 out of 10 game. Oh man, I'm really disappointed. I should have like made it like live chat instead of top chat. That's a big mistake on my part. But whatever. I'm really happy with Metroid Dread. It is everything a Metroid game should be. And sometimes a bit more. I really like some of the new mechanics, like the dash mechanic as well. I really like the dash mechanic, it's really cool. Metroid Dread is a really fun game. I don't mind having spent €60 on it. I'm very happy with it. Though I got it a little bit later, unfortunately. I did pre-order, but it never actually arrived. I got my money back at least, but it never actually arrived. So, my friend went across like the gaming store, and I gave him like €60, and he gave the game to me. So I got to play it later anyway, and I was a happy boy. I 100%ed that game on the first playthrough. It took me like 10 hours. Which I think is actually a pretty decent one of the game as far as I'm aware. It's a pretty lengthy Metroid game, but it's fun. The story is good. The only thing that isn't as great is the soundtrack. I think it was kind of weak. It's too atmospheric, you know? Like, it could have had some themes that were a bit more like Super Metroid themes, where it's also a bit more... sometimes you have a bit more of upbeat music, or you have like a very sad music playing. But, oh well, what can you do? But I'm very happy with Metroid Dread, and I'm very happy that more people get interested in the franchise because of Metroid Dread. I'm hoping that Metroid Prime 4 will be good, though. I've never played any of the Prime games. Maybe I should make that a thing, but I'm not sure. I'm kinda anxious playing Metroid Dread, Metroid Prime, I mean. But I definitely want to play Metroid Dread for the channel at some point, but I have to play Metroid Fusion first, and Zero Mission. Do I have to play Zero Mission? I mean, I can't just jump straight into Dread. I could do it. Maybe I'll just do that. Oh well, whatever, we'll see. It's definitely there though, I'm definitely gonna do it at some point. Was there anything else? Demon Slayer game came out, which does seem like a fun game to play. And the animations are really good. But I kinda want to wait, because it seems kinda incomplete. I'm gonna wait until there's like a bunch of DLC out or something like that, and I'm gonna buy the game probably. I still want to play the Demon Slayer game. That was it for October games. Is there anything... Oh, then there's November. Yeah, I think that's kind of it, because that's the last new game I bought and played, I think. I don't remember having bought and played any other games. I've played other games, but I haven't bought any. I've played Blue Reflection because I really want to play the second game as well. And I've beaten it. It was definitely a thing. Honestly, I don't know if I would have liked it as much if I didn't know the second game kind of continued it. But knowing that the second game kind of continues the story, I guess, I suppose I don't mind the ending so much of the first game now. I definitely want to play the second game soon. But I'll have to get money, and I'll have to, you know... I kind of have some more games in my backlog now, so yeah, I'm gonna have to wait. What else came out this year that I was interested in? I can't immediately say. I think that's it, actually. I don't see anything that's like... comes out and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play it. Oh yeah, there was a Final Fantasy Pixel remaster, but I'm just not really interested because I feel most of them are just the inferior versions of every game, so I don't really feel like it. Music is probably good though. Oh right, Halo Infinite came out, but I haven't played it yet. Because I guess I kind of wanted to wait a bit for Halo Infinite. I usually like to play Halo games co-op anyway, so I personally would prefer if Halo Infinite... If I could play Halo Infinite with a friend, but I'm not sure. I might just play it for myself. Halo's kind of a comfort game for me anyway. I kind of just play that game to chill, sometimes. But I definitely want to play Halo Infinite at some point. I'm just not sure about the open world structure, it's just... It's an interesting idea with first-person shooters, I guess. But I'm not really sure if that works well with Halo. You also kind of need to... Like, if you make like an open world, you kind of need to like more details in that world. You know, towns, places to visit, other things to do besides the main gameplay, I would say as well. But that's probably not gonna be there. So it's probably not something I really want to spend too much time on in the world, like itself. I'm probably just gonna do like main game for the most part. But it is cool that you can like collect more weapons and ammo and all that stuff. Upgrades, I guess. I think you can get upgrades too. All those things are interesting. Makes for a more fun experience, I suppose. But I have to actually play the game to judge. Halo Infinite is definitely something I want to get to though. I think that's kind of it though. Those were all the games I was very interested in this year and I played. It isn't, honestly, it's probably not as much as I think last year or the year before that. 2019 and 2017 were very good years at least, that's for sure. I want to make next year a more of a gaming year for me though. Especially since I'm kind of at the moment where I'm not really... I'm kind of like not really in the anime mood right now, though I kind of want to get into the anime mood again, but I'll have to get to that, because yeah, we are going to talk about anime next. So we talked about video games. Yeah, I didn't watch too much. I watched mostly slice of life animes this year, though, to be honest. Let me get a list of animes. 2021 in anime. TV series. What are the animes I had watched? I need to like kind of look it up because I don't remember. Oh, ReZero Season 2 Part 2. Yeah, awesome. Was such a good show. Like, we immediately started the year great. It's definitely one of my, like, ReZero is one of my favorite animes. Like, it's honestly one of my 4 favorite animes of all time, so... And I really was happy with the anime adaptation. And there's so much love put into the anime as well. Like, they really tried their best to make it as good as possible, though. I really did wish they had kept the ending portion of, like, Elsa chasing Subaru through the burning building, but whatever. That's one sour point, but that's about it. ReZero was really good. I think that's what I watched the most, though. What else came out that I'm personally interested in? I did see some clips of So I'm a Spider, So What? And it kind of like what I see. It's like the idea of like, oh yeah, Aoi just goes insane, the anime. But I feel like I can just watch those clips and be satisfied. I can't help but feel that's just the case, but I'm not sure. I've kind of heard the anime kind of becomes meh later on, but I wouldn't know. What else came out? Mushoku Tensei. Is it like season 2, part 1 of the season 2? Like, I don't really know. But I haven't watched Mushoku Tensei at all. Or my best friend has watched it. I'm probably gonna watch it later. I want to marathon it. I think it's better if I were to marathon that show. So honestly, I'm probably just gonna do that next year. Not on Biori non-stop. It's just like, relaxing times. I didn't really watch too much of it. I haven't finished it either. But I definitely watched it when I was really sick and my head was aching a lot. Like, non Biori is just a perfect anime for me when I'm really sick and tired. Because then I can just kind of chill. I don't have to think too much about it. The writing of this show is really fun, though. It's a really nice, relaxing show. X-Arm came out. Remember X-Arm, guys? Funny. Then there's Azure Lane Slow Ahead, which I don't think I've watched. I think it's a bunch of shorts, isn't it? No, maybe I did. I think I did watch it. No, I did watch it. No, it's just, Azure Lane Girls do Azure Lane Girls thing. It's fine. And, oh, right, the time I got reincarnated as a slime. Yeah, I watched a lot of anime the first, like, season. Like, the first, like, anime season. The time I got reincarnated as a slime, it was season 2, part 1. It was interesting. But it's one of those anime that I kind of wanted to marathon instead, because, man, that whole, like, village destruction thing kind of pissed me off. It's like, oh, how dare they? How could they? It hurt. But, it did make the ending of the anime all the more fun to watch. At the end of the day, like, I always, like, I always feel like the slime anime to me is always, like, an anime that I kind of watch for fun. It's mostly just fun. Like, you're just doing fun things, really. The 7 Deadly Sins, haha. Alright, Dr. Stone there's so many good anime that came out. Dr. Stone Wars as well was very good. Enjoyed it a lot. I thought the main villain was kind of dumb, but it seems that, you know, yeah, I guess most of the main villains thing is just because, you know, yo, my sister bad, people dick, now I suck, fuck. That didn't make any sense, what did I just say? My Hero Academia came out this, oh no, it came out in the summer. Oh, it came out in the, oh, it came out. My Hero Academia though, like, the start of it was kind of meh. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel like the whole Class A versus Class B didn't really add much. Like, it gave us more of a insight in, like, how B class has grown. Sure, that's cool. But I feel like it could have been done in more ways. And it just doesn't feel like it's that much different than, you know, the Season 2. But it has some interesting things. Like, hey, look at that. Midoriya has, like, Black Whip powers now. Awesome. My Villain Academia was very interesting, though. And some of the internship arc was okay. I do know now that the anime kind of did some changes from the manga, and yeah, I can kind of see why people would be miffed about that. Though to say that the animation is bad, I kind of think it's not that. It's not really. I don't really think the animation really was that bad. Some cases it was really good, and in some cases it was just kind of, you know, mediocre at worst. Really, I've seen like so much worse anime. It's kind of like whatever. But yeah, I still enjoyed it, especially the later half of the season, really. What else was out there? Oh, not How to Summon Demon Lord Omega. Honestly, the animation wasn't as good as the first season, but it was fine. I had fun with the season. The story still goes somewhere. There's always... What I like about this is that the anime main character is, yeah, kind of overpowered, sure, but he's not so overpowered that other characters can't compete with him, which makes the anime a bit more interesting. Fan service was nice too, But I did enjoy it. And I did enjoy my time watching that show. Though I kind of made a mistake. I thought, oh, I can't really get to watch it on my laptop, so I'm gonna watch it on my TV instead. Yeah, I kind of forgot it's kind of an edgy anime, and the female characters make like loud, edgy noises. Yeah, I think my neighbors definitely enjoyed something. This is kind of all I've watched though. Yeah, in the summer anyway. No, there has to be like one slice of life anime I watched. No, there was one anime I did watch. I don't know if it was summer though. It was either summer or spring. No, this is spring. What the fuck am I talking about? I don't remember the, like... It's like, I think the anime's English title was like, I shaved my beard and I brought in like a high school girl or something like that. Not an anime I would typically watch. But I didn't really know anything about it. Like, I think my friend watched like some clips or something and told me about it. And I thought, oh, maybe this seems interesting. And it was interesting. Not really necessarily my thing, I guess, but it was definitely interesting and well done. I was invested enough into the characters that I did care about what was happening, so that's a good thing, you know? Fuck the mother, though. That bitch. That bitch. But it was definitely an interesting show. What else? It's mostly just been watching anime that are like long. Like I've been watching the Dragon Quest anime for a while, and it got into some really good arcs this year as well. Some good animated moments, some kind of mediocre animation here and there, but you know, that's just throwaway stuff. Can't really do anything about it, I suppose. Oh yeah, Maid Dragon S came out. It was the first Kyoto animation anime to come out after years after that incident. I'm really happy with this season. It was really well animated. And the story was nice too. It's a slice of life show, obviously, so it's mostly just kind of relaxed. But there are so many good like episodes with interesting story bits and just also some just interesting additions to the, you know, I guess the lore, I guess you could say. very well done. I really think it's a great anime. Some might say it's not that great of an anime because it's a bit more, you know, surprisingly, it's already pretty edgy, but it's actually not as edgy as the manga. What the fuck? Edgy, I mean, not edgy, edgy as the manga. But, you know, I think that's kind of a shame, but at the end of the day, I guess enjoyed the season too much to really be bothered by that. But I can kind of understand why some people would be annoyed by that. Because, yeah, I would prefer more edgy anime too. I'm a simple dude. I see booba, I press like. I'm a simple dude. I see lolly, I press like. What else? No. Listen, I really didn't watch too much anime. It's mostly because I just didn't really have the time. Digimon Ghost Game came out. It was a new Digimon anime that came out. And it really started off strong, I feel. It really was like there's some good animation. And so far, I feel like it definitely feels like another Digimon season this time. Having a bit more, slightly more stakes here and there with enemy Digimon. But as time goes on, I'm kinda already at a point where I feel like they can kind of go somewhere with the plot now. They can kind of do something now. I'm pretty sure the plot will go somewhere at some point, but I really hope it doesn't go like, okay, this is the actual story for like 3 episodes, and then it's gonna go back to Slice of Life for like another 10 episodes, like Digimon Applemon. I hope they don't do that. I'm so tired of that. I just want a proper, like, Digimon Adventure 2020 had a lot of problems, but at least it felt like a proper Digimon season. The bar was pretty low, so I thought that the anime was better than what we got in like a few years, which, yeah. But this anime, I think, should be better than that. I think that like, the Ghost Game can be better than that. And it should be. I don't really know where the story's gonna go, but I hope it goes somewhere at least. And it doesn't like stay as a Slice of Life anime forever. Because I'm really fucking done with that fucking formula for Digimon. It's fine to a certain extent, but it's just too much. The point of Digimon is that it also had like a really good continuous story, you know? Where you can't just skip an episode. Then there was Jahi-sama, you know, the anime with like the fucking brown demon lolly. It was a good show, or at least it's still. I haven't finished it yet, but I really enjoyed what I watched. It was a nice anime I could kind of relax to as well. Yeah, I did watch mostly Slice of Life. I just wanted to relax and chill. I didn't really feel like going out of my way. I already felt sad, so I didn't want to feel sadder. So I'm just gonna watch Slice of Life shows. And there was Shaman King. That came out this year as well. I was a big Shaman King fan before I watched the original anime. I definitely just don't really recommend. If you've already watched the original anime, you can kind of skip the beginning of the remake. Because the remake scenes are just like they're darker to a certain extent. And you're gonna miss one scene where Ren kills someone, because that's plot important for the remake, or you could call it a reboot more so, I would say. Yeah. You can skip that. Because the manga and anime changes in the original anime after the whole like Len's dad arc, where they fight Len's dad in the Tao family, you know, that arc. Yeah. After that, you can watch the remake, because that's when it actually gets more closer to the manga. And I like some parts of it more, and I like some parts of it not as much. But I think that's the kind of a given. I do feel though. Oh. I do feel though that the original anime was definitely a bit funnier than the remake. The remake is definitely seriouser as well, that's also a point. But because of how serious the remake is, some of the comedy bits just doesn't really hit that well with me like in the original did. So it feels to me anyway. I think it's getting to a story that doesn't really resonate with me as well, but it's still a pretty well told story, you know? And it's an interesting one. Animation sometimes is a bit on the iffy side. Definitely, art-wise, I'm fine with this. Art-wise, I'm fine, but like animation-wise, I just kind of... It's not really that well animated. It's kind of okay for the most part. I can't really think of a really well animated moment in the show anyway. To be fair, the animation for like the original show isn't like a 10 out of 10 animation either, but I don't know. There are a lot of still frames for action scenes as well, which is also I kind of have a problem with. But whatever. I still recommend watching the remake, or at least skipping the first arc, the first like part, because it's just the original did it better. It's a bit rushed. That's definitely a thing. That's something I have a problem with, is that it's kind of rushed. And I guess the last anime I watched, I haven't watched Demon Slayer yet. I'm gonna probably marathon Demon Slayer while I still can, because I hate waiting for Demon Slayer. Last time I waited for Demon Slayer, I gave up and read the manga instead. I probably will read the manga eventually too, but whatever. I watched like Komi-san's anime, and that anime resonated with me a lot because Komi herself, like some of the things she does, I can relate to. Like one of my favorite scenes is when she is in the store, and I think she was like wanting to buy a book or something, and she gets like walks back and forth near the counter and tries to muster up courage to like get to the counter, and then she kind of gives up and sits down. Or gets out of the store, and that's me. That's what I do. I do the same things. I feel the same way often. And that happens quite often in the show. So I really kind of relate to that character. I really enjoy that show because of things like that. I enjoy the show, yeah. I guess you could say it's pretty important to me to a certain extent. I think that's all the anime I watched though this year. I don't think I watched anything else. I watched some movies, yes. Did a Demon Slayer movie come out this year? Was it this year? I think it was this year, right? Because I definitely watched that. Or maybe not, I don't know. Gintama the Final came out in January, what the fuck? The Demon Slayer movie was last year. This year we watched 2 days ago I watched Gintama the Final with my best friend, and it was really interesting for him. It was like, he watched his first Gintama experience was watching the first movie, the Benny Sakura arc with me, and the last experience we have with Gintama is watching the final movie together as well. The Gintama final movie, I really wish it had more build up in the beginning. It should have been a bit longer, honestly. Like, give me like a 20-minute build-up for like the final battle, at least. But it was a fun time. Yeah, we laughed at the jokes. I wish I could kinda cry more, but I'm emotionally dead inside at this point. It's also just kinda like, you don't know who's actually fucking dead. I mean, Takasugi is a fucking baby now, what the fuck? The final fight was awesome. The animation was pretty good. Though the animation most of the budget definitely went to like getting the rights to play the music of the Dragon Ball Z and the final battle. But it was a good time, the movie. I really just wish they could have ended the whole saga in a better way, maybe with like another TV show or something. But unfortunately, it is what it is. I'll just have to read the manga at some point, the final portion of the thing. Oh yeah, My Hero Academia movie was out too. And I watched it with my friend as well. And it was kind of bullshit near the end, but it was fun. It was very entertaining to watch. The animation was amazing. Especially that final battle part. The final battle was bullshit, but man was the animation so good. It was orgasmic, that animation. I don't know, it felt like a whole passion project. It really was good. I don't really watch a lot of anime movies, so, I'm saying all of these things because I don't watch a lot of anime movies. I only watch TV shows mostly. That's it for the anime I've watched this year. The only other thing I can talk about this year is like all the happenings in the world, which we kind of talked about shortly in throughout the streaming career. Some of this kind of political. You can't really help it because like all this like lockdowns and mandates like, they're going to end up being political, and you can't help but talk about it, because, you know, it affects everyone. I can't just ignore it. Like I can do certain other things. Yeah, this year has been terrible, though. I think, yeah, it was also this year where fucking that dumbass got elected again. Like, Rutte, holy shit. Like, you don't know our Prime Minister, but this guy is dumb. Ever since he got into power 10 years ago, it should have been 16, but, you know, Ugh. No, it shouldn't be 16, it should be 12, yeah. But, you know, coalitions also just kind of break off with that guy. Oh, it's been terrible. The poverty rate has been going down. No, it's been going up ever since. It's ridiculous. It's just a bunch of really bad decisions leads to, like, a lower quality of life. I've not seen a single improvement of the quality of life, besides maybe... No, not even... I don't even think schools can use technology, because, like, I hear, like, some Americans doing, like, a stream, and I was like, watching them play a Metroid game. Talk about how, like, kids nowadays have, like, computers and laptops in their classes, and maybe they have some in some schools here as well, but not in my time. And I went to school only, like, I don't know, it's been, like... And that's been, like, 8 years ago now, okay, fair enough, but even then. Like, we're so behind when it comes to that shit. The schooling has been terrible, like, teachers... There have been major teachers, like, shortages, because they keep cutting funds to, like, schools and healthcare and shit. And it's a really bad idea, because all these, like, employees also get less money because of it, and they just leave. It's a really big issue, like, healthcare especially. During a pandemic, he decided to cut the budget by another 5 billion. What the fuck? Yeah, we're gonna add more intensive care beds and everything. How are you gonna do that while cutting the budget so much? While the the fucking healthcare employees are like also kind of quitting, or they kind of protesting too. So this is just gonna get worse. The whole like hospitals getting like the hospitals are in trouble because of how many corona patients. It's only because of that, because you keep cutting the fucking budget. Stop doing that. Like Germany, at first we also got some help from Germany, right? Before, because you know we had like a lack of personnel and like beds and everything, because the healthcare was already had its issues before the like fucking pandemic, and never during the pandemic you were like, hey, let me add more money to the fucking budget. No, never. The only good thing I see in the new plan is more like what is it called, nuclear power. It's like, okay, that's not a bad idea. I can live with that. Nuclear power seems like a good solution. Did I play a different song? Ah, that's fine. But yeah, governments, they just live to screw you in the ass, I swear. I think, like, I feel like the whole thing was also so irresponsible. Yeah, the vaccines will never... Well, the lockdown is officially over. How can you declare such a thing? How can you declare such a thing with such confidence when you don't even know what the fuck is going on? You know, like, you can't just go, oh yeah, the vaccinations will like 100% protect you forever, and then go back into a lockdown. You have to actually take like some kind of accountability for that. You know, you need to kind of bleed for that, my dude. Like, yeah, you can't just do shit like that. It was also when the other guy, the healthcare minister, was like, yeah, dansen met Johnson, which like basically translates to dancing with Johnson. It was terrible, because when you get a vaccine, you know, a vaccine is like a weaker version of the virus itself to train your body against it, right? So, you know, when you are vaccinated, you have to wait a bit. You have to wait a bit before you go outside, because you technically kind of have a small version of corona to fight against, right? Meaning that if you go all together on a fucking party, you're gonna fucking give everyone corona, you stupid fuck. It was terrible. Never in... I don't remember a single time there being like a fucking like a small police box made for a politician. But this healthcare minister actually has one now because he needs one. That's just how bad things have been going. And an entire country's in a lockdown, which not even any other country has done from what I've seen, so... That's kind of crazy. So even if you were like vaccinated, you still get the shaft. And then there's like, oh yeah, and it seems like everything that has been said about what could happen in the future just came true. Like a booster shot every like few months now is also like totally a possibility, and I think it just don't. I don't see how this is gonna go anywhere. I don't think this is gonna help anyone. You know, as an option, sure you could have it, but it's just like you shouldn't force that shit down everyone's throat. But we're never gonna get rid of Corona like this anyway. Honestly, with the Omicron shit, because of how bad it is, it's better off just spreading that along, so that we all have like natural immunity to like Corona, without forcing ourselves. Would probably work better. You know, old people should stay home still. Yeah, okay, to protect themselves, fair enough, but yeah, whatever. I don't really remember what else I can really talk about for what is happening this year. Like, you know, we've had some riots. That was interesting. But other than that, it's just a lot of things kinda... It's kind of a drab year in general for me. Not much happened. Not much... There wasn't much I could do. But, and I honestly... I think I feel even more bleak, mainly because the next year just doesn't seem like it's gonna be any better. In fact, it might just be... I honestly kinda can't help but predict that the next year is gonna be a disaster, but... Not for me personally, but just in general. I think some major incidents are going to happen next year. I kinda can feel it coming, but... We'll have to see about that one. All I can hope is that maybe some people start realizing that, you know, some things are kinda dumb, and we need to kinda start just living our lives the way we want to. And, I don't know, just improve some kind of like living quality here and there. All I can do is try to see if I could get more motivated and get something done. So, let's just hope that next year... Let's just hope that next year will be better. What's the next music that it's gonna play? Because I kind of want to end off on something good. Yeah, this is good. This year hasn't been the best yet. Could have been better. There's a lot of things I regret. There are a lot of things I haven't done. There's a lot of things I wanted to do but never got to. Either because I didn't have time, or because I became more emotionally drained. But there are so many more years to go, and I really want to get something done before I just go too old where I can't even really enjoy whatever foods whatever foods I bear. So I really want to start working on a lot of things next year, and I hope that despite how uninspired, unpassionate, or unmotivated I feel, I still find some kind of glimmer of any of that to continue whatever I do next year and actually get somewhere. Whether it's monetary wise, whether it's like through getting people to watch my videos. I can only hope that next year, for myself at least, I finally get to do something that I wanted to do. And I hope you guys will get a more successful year. I hope you guys get a happier year. And I hope that together we can enjoy our streaming activities more. So, to my 23rd birthday, and to a happy new year, I wish you all good luck in the next year. Goodbye.